Hello, okay, today we're going to take a look at lesson two's word list. I like to present my lessons as if they were actual lessons, so each week, or each lesson in fact, you will have a word list to learn. I'm going to tell you right now that you should learn the word list and you should learn every single word on the word list. If your goal is fluency, as a backstory, back when I first started studying, Japanese was my first language. My first second language, and I was a little I will say it like I was a little idiot. And I was like, I would see words that I was like, oh, I probably won't use that word a lot, and I would just kind of gloss over it. You can't do that. You can't do that. Like, maybe you can get away with it as a beginner for like a little while. You cannot get away with that if you want fluency, and there's no point in being like, I'm not going to learn the word. All of these words are good, but maybe you don't like cats. There's no point in being like, I'm not going to learn the word cat because I'm not going to use it. This is a really bad example because cat is quite a common word. But maybe something like blackboard or ruler, you're like, when am I ever going to use those words? If you want to be fluent, you need to learn the words. And, you know, I'm going to use these words in my lessons because they're on my word list. You need to learn the words. Don't pick and choose what words to learn. Learn them all. Learn them before you go on to your next lessons. Make sure they're in your long-term memory, not just your short-term memory. I am notorious for being like, as long as I can get through the exam, it doesn't matter. It does. It really does. With languages, you need to learn them. Okay, let's go over each word individually.
私、
Watashi, I/me.
あなた、
Anata, you.
彼女、
Kanojo, she/her.
彼、
Kare, he/him.
先生、
Sensei, teacher.
学生、
Gakuse, student.
日本、
Nihon, Japan.
語、
Go, language.
英語、
Ego, English language.
日本語、
Nihongo, Japanese language.
犬、
Inu, dog.
猫、
Neko, cat. Okay, so first, I'm just going to tell you right now, whenever you're on my website, you can click on the yellow highlighted part
私、
and hear the word. So, watashi is I/me. There are other words for I/me. We're going to learn the basic one because this is a basic lesson.
あなた、
Anata is you. Yeah. Oh, actually, I do have something to say on that. There's a lot of people who seem to think that saying anata is you is rude. It's not rude. It's kind of the same as in English, where like you could use it in a rude way, being like "Hey you" or something like that. But on its own, it's not rude. It's the word for you. So don't worry. I went through like a massive phase of being too scared to use this because I was worried I was insulting someone. They wouldn't teach it to you as being the word for you in like most books if it was an insult. So do not worry. It's not like some massive scheme of like, we're going to like get all of everyone learning Japanese to like use an insulting word for you. Okay, we then have kanojo.
彼女、
Kanojo. Cute. So we then have kanojo. This is she/her. It can also mean girlfriend depending on the context. So good luck with that.
彼、
Kare means he/him. It can also mean boyfriend depending on the context. So yeah, enjoy.
先生、
Sensei means teacher. It's probably one a lot of you guys have heard. Just as a note, it doesn't just mean teacher. It actually means someone who is very knowledgeable in their area, like a professional in their area. So you might hear like a doctor being called a sensei, etc.
学生、
Kakse means student. I mean, like, you're forgetting what everything is. Yeah, it means student.
日本、
Nihon means Japan. I'm going to tell you right now, you might have seen Nippon being used for Japan. They both mean Japan. The kanji is this on the side here. And this kanji can be read Nihon or Nippon. Basically, Nihon is used in everyday context. Nippon is used in kind of like a more formal context with that. But yeah, same meaning, just two different ways of saying it.
語、
Go means language. You'll basically see this on the end of a lot of languages. Nihongo, Eigo, Furansugo, etc. I just wanted to throw that one in because why not? Okay. Eigo, English language. Nihongo, Japanese language. Go, Eigo, Nihongo, etc.
語、英語、日本語、
Eigo. England is not like a, I don't know, whatever, or just a on its own. It is igirisu or eikaku, etc. I teach it as igirisu. Sounds very similar to England. It's not actually just England. Igirisu is the whole of Britain, and it kind of came from, I believe, back in the day. People maybe don't know the difference between England and Britain. That just happened with their language. Their word for Britain is England. It comes from the word England, igirisu, English. Inu, dog. Neko, cat.
犬、
Dog,
猫、
cat. Let's look at some example sentences. I don't expect you to know these sentences yet, but you can come back to them and after you finish the lesson and be like, wow, I hopefully understand that. So, 私は学生です. I am a student. We have a little picture of a mirror because it's you. あなたは学生です. You are a student. 彼女は日本語先生です. She is a teacher. I don't know why it just says teacher there. I was meant to fix that. Because I've done this lesson before and I've seen it and I've had to explain to the students. I don't know what I've done there. 彼は英語学生です. He is an English language student. 日本, Japan, go, language. I should put cat and dog on there, but what I would probably put as the example sentences are 犬です. It is a dog. 猫です. It is a cat. Click for tips. Okay, cool. So, but wait, I thought go was 5. A few words in Japanese are read the same but have different meanings. For example, hashi means chopsticks or bridge. In general, it's hard to mix these words up. I eat with a bridge or I walk along chopsticks. Just doesn't sound right. We have this in English too, with words such as sweet having more than one use. Basically, what I will say is there's a lot of words in Japanese that might be the same because they don't have as many sounds as some other languages, which makes it, again, really nice and easy to say. I say that as if I don't have like the most British accent when speaking, but in theory it makes it easy to say. But yeah, there's quite a few words that are the same. I think the famous one is like kaeru, which is like frog, and return and ome is like everything. Time up. I didn't even start this game, but thank you. At the bottom of the page, we have a little match the pairs game. It is all in Romaji at the moment because I like to give you a few lessons to learn the hiragana before I take away the Romaji. And it's a timed pairs game. For some reason the timer isn't showing here, but every single time you complete a round, you lose like 5 seconds. Okay, we're going to do a little vocab quiz. I'm going to show you a word, for example, neko, and you are going to guess the English translation. I'll reveal it after about 1 second, 2 seconds, so you don't have long to think about it. I would like it to be like kind of a split second. What do you think it is? If you need more time to study the words, obviously go back. There's also stuff on my website. I think I've got some worksheets just to kind of like practice writing, etc. And let's go. Cat, inu. Dog, eigo. English language. 語 language 日本 Japan 先生 teacher 彼 he/him 彼女 she/her あなた you 私 I/me. Just make a little note of this. It means both I and me. So I don't know, maybe someone says who went to the supermarket yesterday and you want to say me, you could be like, 私 学生 student cat 猫 dog 犬 English language 英語 language 語 Japanese 日本語 teacher 先生 he/him 彼 she/her 彼女 you あなた I/me 私 student 学生 Okay, we're going to leave it there for today, but thank you very much for watching and I hope this was helpful. You can watch the next part of the lesson very soon. Just a reminder, you can sign up for my website directly on the website or via Etsy. You can also trial it first, so I have a few free lessons going over some of the basics, hiragana, some kanji, just explaining everything you need to start learning Japanese. And then from then on, we have a few paid lessons just to help support me and the time spent making all of these lessons. I created my own curriculum because I sometimes don't really like how a lot of the textbooks explain things. I think they make things really, really complicated, and I think they make very easy things harder by using a lot of jargon.